Chelsea step into the 2025-26 season with the swagger of champions. Fresh off a glittering campaign that delivered both the FIFA Club World Cup and the UEFA Conference League, there's a sense of momentum around Stamford Bridge. New head coach Enzo Maresca inherits a team with a winning platform, but the landscape he's navigating is far from straightforward. Under Todd Boehly's ownership, Chelsea's aggressive transfer strategy remains intact. This time, though, the emphasis isn't just on spending big. It's on clearing out the surplus, cutting the wage bill, and making room for truly top-tier arrivals. The summer has already brought in the likes of Estevão, Liam Delap, and João Pedro, while those deemed expendable have been ushered towards the exit. Raheem Sterling and Christopher Nkunku are next in line to depart. It's a clear signal that the club's recruitment department holds considerable sway, sometimes even over the manager himself. Maresca has quietly admitted that he learned of certain outgoing deals via text message, but silverware can't paper over every crack. UEFA has slapped Chelsea with a £27 million fine for breaching financial fair play regulations, forcing them to balance the books with more sales. On the pitch, the opening stretch of the season offers a favorable run. 5 winnable fixtures that could build early momentum and give new signings time to settle. Yet the squad is far from stable. Trevoh Chalobah's ankle injury is under scrutiny, and Levi Colwill faces a lengthy layoff with a torn ACL. Pundit Jamie Carragher has questioned the true value of Chelsea's lavish summer spending, suggesting the signings are more about squad rotation than genuine upgrades. Tactically, Maresca remains committed to his high-intensity possession game, pressing from the front and injecting flexibility into the attack. Cole Palmer, last season's breakout star, will once again be the creative and goal-scoring focal point, alongside João Pedro, who dazzled at the Club World Cup. The challenge for Maresca will be balancing the familiar patterns of play with fresh ideas to keep opponents guessing. Chelsea's new campaign begins with ambition running high, but so does the pressure. Last season's short-term triumphs have raised supporter expectations, while tensions over recruitment power and long-term direction still simmer in the background. If Maresca can capitalize on the soft opening schedule, manage his squad shrewdly, and integrate his new arrivals quickly, Chelsea could well sustain a top-4 push and make serious waves in the Champions League. But if they stumble early, financial constraints and internal friction could drag them back into a familiar cycle of pressure and unrest. Chelsea head into the 2025-26 season in the midst of a sweeping squad overhaul, a bold statement of intent to inject youth and depth into the team. This summer, they've splashed over £240 million to bring in a wave of exciting new faces: Liam Delap, João Pedro, Estevão, Dario Esugo, Jamie Bino Gittins, Jorel Hato, and Mamadou Sarr. All of them are young, hungry, and ready to fight for a starting spot from day one. At the same time, the club has been ruthless in clearing out players who no longer fit into the long-term vision. Kepa, Noni Madueke, Petrovic, Leslie Ugochukwu, Armando Broja, Marcus Bettinelli, Mark Guiu, Dewsbury Hall, and João Felix have all departed. In fact, 9 permanent sales this summer have brought in over £200 million, a huge boost to Chelsea's finances after several years of heavy spending. What's particularly intriguing is that, despite being the second biggest spender in this summer's transfer window, behind only Liverpool, Chelsea have also sold exceptionally well. The result? A net spend of just minus £47.7 million, a remarkably healthy figure compared to fellow big spenders like Manchester United and Arsenal. And the transfer drama at Stamford Bridge is far from over. Nicholas Jackson has made it clear he wants to move on, with Newcastle leading the race at a reported £65 million. Raheem Sterling is also on the potential exit list, attracting interest from West Ham, Crystal Palace, and Juventus. Meanwhile, Chelsea are believed to have agreed personal terms with Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho, though the deal has stalled over the transfer fee. Another major target is RB Leipzig's Xavi Simons, valued at around £60 million, though negotiations are complicated by contract structure and the uncertain future of Christopher Nkunku. On paper, Chelsea's squad is now younger, full of energy, and brimming with potential. But also volatile. The buzz around fresh arrivals like Estevão, Delap, and João Pedro is undeniable, especially after their eye-catching displays at the FIFA Club World Cup and in pre-season friendlies. Yet the big question remains: can they adapt quickly enough and sustain their form to keep Chelsea in the hunt for silverware? All of this unfolds against a backdrop of transfer speculation and uncertainty surrounding several key players. For Enzo Maresca and the club's hierarchy, this will be the ultimate test, turning a promising, talented squad into a winning machine. The early weeks of the season will be telling, and if the first glimpses are anything to go by, there's reason for Chelsea fans to believe that this youthful, fearless team could deliver something special. Enzo Maresca's first summer in charge of Chelsea has been anything but quiet, and every word, every move he's made sends a clear message. This is a manager who knows exactly where he's taking his team. On the eve of the FIFA Club World Cup, Maresca gathered his players and told them bluntly, "We are not here for pre-season. It's a big tournament." It was a statement that captured his seriousness, his ambition, and his belief that every competition matters. When rumors surfaced linking Enzo Fernandez with the move to Real Madrid, Maresca shut them down instantly. The Argentine midfielder, he declared, would not only stay but serve as one of the team's captains, a pillar of the project. With young talents, he was equally uncompromising, rejecting all offers for centre-back Josh Achampong because he believes the teenager will become one of the best in the game. Maresca doesn't have full control over transfers. He's even admitted to learning about some sales via text message, but he has a firm grasp of what his squad needs. He's been open about wanting a new number 9 to challenge Nicholas Jackson, while fiercely protecting the players he trusts. This balance between clear demands and long-term vision has made him a persuasive figure. He isn't chasing short-term fixes, he's building something sustainable. Meanwhile, under Todd Boehly's ownership, Chelsea's upper management has stuck to its aggressive recruitment blueprint: 49 new signings in 3 years at a cost of over $2 billion. The youth-focused approach has delivered results, including Champions League qualification and trophies in the Europa Conference League and Club World Cup. But it has also brought intense pressure from UEFA over financial fair play violations. Maresca doesn't deny the club's financial muscle, but his focus is on unity, cohesion, and unlocking the potential already in the dressing room. What makes Maresca stand out is his clarity and directness. He sets clear goals for every competition, shields his players from speculation, and reinforces the value of both his established stars and his rising prospects. In a Chelsea side still in flux, his approach reassures fans that this project isn't just powered by money, it's guided by a coherent football vision and built on trust in people. And that's why, in the middle of all the noise around Chelsea's transfers, Maresca's voice is the one supporters believe in heading into the new season. With Chelsea's summer rebuild now taking shape, the outline of Enzo Maresca's strongest 11 is becoming clear. The Italian is expected to base his side around a 4-2-3-1 formation, while retaining the flexibility to switch into a 4-3-3 or even a 3-5-2, depending on the flow of the game. Maresca's philosophy is built on ball control and aggressive high pressing. In the build-up phase, one fullback will tuck inside into midfield, creating a numerical advantage in central areas. In the double pivot, Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez will orchestrate play and win back possession, ensuring Chelsea maintain a stranglehold on the middle of the pitch. In attack, the three behind the striker operate with fluidity and purpose. Cole Palmer, playing as the number 10, links midfield with the front line, often drifting to the right to spark creativity. João Pedro, deployed nominally on the right, brings a cutting edge with his ability to drift into the box, while Jamie Binoe Gittins on the left offers blistering pace and unpredictability. Up top, João Pedro is not just a finisher, but a focal point who thrives on combining with the runners around him. Defensively, Maresca demands an immediate high press upon losing possession, suffocating opponents before they can play out. If the ball isn't recovered instantly, Chelsea quickly drop into a compact 4-4-2 block to maintain shape. It's a system that prizes discipline and patience, yet never surrenders the initiative. Given the current squad and tactical blueprint, Chelsea's objectives this season can be split into two tiers. In the Premier League, the minimum requirement is a top-4 finish to secure Champions League football, while also narrowing the gap on the title challengers. Consistency, especially against mid-table and lower-ranked sides, will be the true measure of progress, proving that the Blues can grind out points, not just dazzle in big games. In the Champions League, the bar should be set at least at the quarter-finals. It's not just about results, it's a proving ground for a young team, a chance to show they can compete with Europe's elite. Success on that stage would raise the club's global profile and strengthen their hand in future transfer windows. On the domestic front, a serious push for silverware in the FA Cup or EFL Cup could also be invaluable, instilling a winning mentality in this youthful squad while cementing Maresca's authority. In other words, Chelsea don't have to win the Premier League this year, but they must become a stable, formidable force, a team that's consistently in the latter stages of major competitions and one that rivals fear to face. That is the real mission for the Blues this season.